Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Jai Gaur Hari Bol, Jai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Vasavanande.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. I hope you all had a good lunch. So that is very good, but not so good for our course. Because after lunch, things are slow. So now it takes some time to pick up, momentum. After lunch, since we are awake from the morning, we wouldn't get up early in the morning. After lunch, you need some rest. So, but I can't let you rest. That is my seva. So, okay, so we will have, so therefore we have designed this course in such a way that if I speak, you're going to sleep. Right? Therefore, I go on that side and you come on this side. Right? So then you will have to act out and demonstrate. So there will be some activity that keeps us going on after lunch. So we plan the course in such a way. ये सब क्या है? अच्छा मैंने बोला आपको भी ओके ठीक है एकदम रेडी है ठीक है गुड हरे कृष्णा हाँ? अच्छा टीम टीम डी फर्स्ट वन ओके तो सब भक्तों को एक बार बोल दीजिए वी आर स्टार्टिंग द प्रेजेंटेशन so please join. Okay, so हरे कृष्णा वो अच्छा कुछ प्रिपेयर कर रहे हैं क्या सम टीम इज नॉट येट रेडी हाँ एक्चुअली होना चाहिए कितना टाइम लगेगा पूछिए उनको कितना टाइम लगेगा वो रात में राधा रात बिहारी गुरु में लगता है वो थोड़ा अच्छा अच्छा प्रैक्टिस करवा रहे हैं हाँ ओके ठीक है हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे सो वी कैन नो प्रॉब्लम ओके 2-3 मिनट में आ जाएंगे एनीवे इफ यू हैव इफ एनीवन इफ यू हैव any question you want to share something any anything you want to ask or share yes
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Uh, so we've been discussing about care. Uh, this is like little my personal experience. So it just so happened that we have our programs in the evenings on Sundays, and generally prasadam in our temple and evenings is the same on Sunday evenings. So some members like who are participants in the program, uh, they kind of felt that what is this? Every Sunday we get the same prasad. Earlier we had it in the afternoon, so afternoon prasad was different. We would get variety, but now it's the same prasad every week, every Sunday. No, no, no. Every Sunday the menu is the same. Dinner menu is same. Yeah, standard. So some participants from the group felt, "Arey, what is this? We are getting same. There should be at least some variety. Earlier we used to get variety in prasad, but now it's the same." हाँ, चेंज होता है, but the evening menu is fixed. So some participants felt that ये क्या है, every week we are getting same prasad. So once or twice they also happen to maybe go down, eat down, and not take care. So so there were two, three thoughts coming to my mind. One was uh, more so कि ठीक है, I personally like sambar rice even if it's the same. So I felt that ठीक है, इतना भी खराब नहीं है. But then thinking from their point of view, they may not like it every time. Second is that there is a like temple has a certain constraint. Let's say that evening में यही है. So maybe we can try and request for some additional things and provide them. But so from the point of view us taking care of them, we may try and enhance our services to the best way. But that thought also comes to our mind that then are we not creating an expectation in them that every time they will have to expect something from us? I mean, not from that it's bad, but maybe training them from a point of view of training them should, how do we deal with this situation? So this could be probably applied to any situation of a care, so a person giving care and someone receiving care.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Yeah, is audible? Okay, okay. So one devotee was telling me that Prabhupada had given the menu for Rajbhog. And he said, Prabhupada said, okay, they should be Karela sabji. 50 साल से रोज करेला सब्जी खाते हैं राधा राज बिहारी राजभोग में डेली दे शुड बी साग डेली साग चटनी थोड़ा सा चेंज होता है कभी हाँ वैरायटी है बट देर आर मेनी आइटम द मेन्यू स्ट्रक्चर इज द सेम एक्चुअली राइस दाल दिस काइंड ऑफ सब्जी वन वन शाक वन करेला एंड सो ऑन सो फोर्थ पकौड़ा इत्यादि तो मैं सोच रहा अरे 50 साल से भगवान सेम ही खा रहे हैं ना लेकिन खुश है कुछ अच्छा है तो खुश है something you yourself said something is good then they like it also so yes basically now there are institutional constraints but also we would like to serve them in the best possible way so of course it's sometimes we think के एक बात मानी तो फिर उंगली दो सर हाथ पकड़ लेते हैं इत्यादि ऐसा एक भी थॉट प्रोसेस है कि हमने एक बात मानी तो और 4 बात बोलेंगे तो क्या क्या बात मानेंगे क्या क्या नहीं मानेंगे ऐसा भी एक थॉट प्रोसेस है बट फाइन वी हैव टू एवेल्युएट के हाँ देयर इज दिस नीड इज लेजिटिमेट एंड दिस वी शुड ट्राई टू डू समथिंग अबाउट इट बोलो ठीक है राइस सांबर है तो थोड़ा सांबर में भी आंध्रा का सांबर तमिल सांबर 3-4 सांबर में टेस्ट आता है एक्चुअली टेस्ट एंड फ्लेवर तो उसका मसाला भी चेंज कर देंगे ना काइंड ऑफ व्हाटएवर डूएबल आई एम जस्ट सजेस्टिंग बोलो कि ये एक दिन एमटीआर का मसाला डाल दो एक बार थोड़ा ये दूसरा मसाला चेंज करने टेस्ट चेंज हो जाता है काइंड ऑफ सो मैं ऐसा नहीं बोला ऐसा करना चाहिए बट मैं जस्ट एक सिंपल एक उदाहरण दे रहा हूँ कि हमारे हाथ में जहाँ तक हो सके वॉट एवर इज डूएबल विद इन द इंस्टीट्यूशनल कंस्ट्रेंट हम रिक्वेस्ट करके इत्यादि वॉट एवर क्योंकि दिस इज नॉट लाइक एज सच इलेजिटिमेट डिमांड तो नहीं है थोड़ा सा चेंज हो सकता है मेनू इज गुड but we should simultaneously train the devotees even if it's the same we should it's take it as prasadam so both the sides you see there's a balance we say okay from our side we will try to see that we can give variety to devotees but simultaneously we train them that since this temple prasad and temple have this constraint we can gratefully accept what the temple is giving and at our level group में जो आपके ग्रुप के डिवोटीज उनको बोले at our group level suppose every week we want to add one thing which we want to change में हमने सब्जी ऑर्डर कर दिया we can or some snack order कर दिया which is changing तो वो variety add कर दिया, so then what happens is you are not disturbing the institution as a constraint, the system, but you have worked out a solution at your local level within your, so with the agreement of everyone. So we will pull in some Lakshmi and we will order a snack which goes well with rice. So therefore, just see what is in the best interest. And as I said, if we are training the devotees simultaneously, that yes, educating them, then institution always has some constraints. Right? We have to respect that and not be in a demanding mood, but still be accepting gratefully, while we also try to provide. So both the things. So then those uh, the thing which you are fearing कि फिर उसका और डिमांड बढ़ जाएगा इत्यादि, so that can be avoided. That can be avoided. So yeah, so sometimes we have to just see what needs to be done at particular point of time in a harmonious way. We don't want to create uh, disharmony because there are many other groups also. There are many other groups also. So we don't want to create disharmony. So within the uh, boundaries of institution, within our limitation, whatever best we try to do, which can help the devotees or serve the devotees better, we can accept that. Okay? Thank you. Okay. Okay, so Prabhu has brought out the sweet is changing. Actually, yeah. Okay, okay. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. We're talking of dinner. Dinner we're talking. Huh. No, this is. Huh. He's talking of Sunday dinner. Sunday dinner. Yeah, yeah. Ours is also different, but okay. Oh, the Sunday dinner is the same for last 25 years. Oh, अच्छा. Amazing, amazing consistency, है? हाँ, हाँ, हाँ. Yeah, 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 yeah. अच्छा बंगाली सांभर क्या? ठीक है थोड़ा सा. या सो आई एम सेइंग दैट उसमें भी थोड़ा वैरायटी कर सकते हैं, थोड़ा सावन मसाला चेंज किया, थोड़ा सा ये चेंज किया, बट एक्चुअली इट मे नॉट आल्सो बी डूएबल बिकॉज वो फिर कुक्स को ट्रेन करना पड़ेगा. दैट्स अनदर बिग टास्क. So but anyway, whatever we can do in the custom. Okay, Hare Krishna. So we'll begin the presentation now by the groups. Request the group D to make the first presentation. Please take 5 to 6 minutes. Make a crisp presentation. ये टेबल निकालना पड़ेगा यहाँ पे. अच्छा आपको टेबल चाहिए. ओके ओके, तो ये पूरा खाली करके चाहिए आपको टेबल. रहने देना फिर ठीक है. फिर भी है इधर. अरे मैं तो सामने बैठूंगा. ये लाने ठीक है, बाद में निकाल दीजिएगा. ओके हरे कृष्णा. माइक भी ले लीजिए, इधर 2 माइक है. आप तीनों पे की.
Hare Krishna. So circumstantial constraint, तो उसका हमें टॉपिक दिया गया है. So we are going to have a small skit, uh, less than 5 minutes. Yeah, right.
हरे कृष्णा कोलाविचा श्रीधर प्रभु।
अरे
अरे
प्रभु कैसे हो?
अरे चलते। ये यार कपड़े में छेद है, छेद में कपड़े समझ नहीं आता है।
क्या करे, हमारा मंदिर में पैसा ही नहीं है।
ऐसा मत बोलो, चलो क्या है, इतने बड़े कॉलेज से इन्विटेशन आए हैं तो ढंग का कुछ तो कपड़ा, कुछ गाड़ी वाड़ी मांगते हैं। और लक्ष्मीपतिपुर अपने जो टेम्पल प्रेसिडेंट लक्ष्मीपतिपुर जो है, कुछ तो ढंग का कपड़ा और गाड़ी वगैरह मांगते हैं जाने के लिए।
चलो चलते हैं, उतना दूर हमको जाना है, कैसे चल के जाना तो बहुत मुश्किल है। इतना दिन इतना सालों से चल चल के प्रचार किया, अभी तक कुछ हुआ नहीं। अभी थोड़ा जनरेशन आगे बढ़ गया है, थोड़ा गाड़ी मांगते
हम
हैं।
पीछे रह गए थोड़ा।
चलो।
हेलो।
टक टक। हरे
हाँ
कृष्णा।
बोलो।
हरे कृष्णा। हरे कृष्णा।
हाँ बोलो। तो ड्राइवर नहीं आया तो मैं क्या करूं? मैं जाऊं उसके साथ गाड़ी चला के? तुम्हारा प्रॉब्लम है, तुम सॉल्व करो उसको। हाँ बोलो।
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा।
प्रभु
बोलो।
जी, अभी हमको एक आईआईटी कॉलेज से हमको बड़ा प्रोग्राम करने के
अच्छा।
मौका मिला, लेकिन उतना दूर, वो तो बहुत दूर है, 100 किलोमीटर दूर है। चल के जाना अभी आजकल तो बहुत मुश्किल है। थोड़ा गाड़ी का कुछ व्यवस्था हो सकता है?
अभी देखा नहीं, फोन आया, ड्राइवर नहीं आया। तो लाइफ मेंबर डिपार्टमेंट बोल रहा है हमें गाड़ी चाहिए। हाँ, और फूड फॉर लाइफ वाले बोल रहे हैं मुझे गाड़ी चाहिए। अभी मेंटेनेंस डिपार्टमेंट से फोन आया, ड्राइवर नहीं आया। क्या करूँ बताइए? गाड़ी तो नहीं मिल सकती। आपने प्रभुपाद लीलामृत नहीं पढ़ी? हाँ, प्रभुपाद ने कितना पैदल पैदल चल के इतना प्रचार किया। हाँ, हमने देखे, हमारे जो नेक्स्ट जनरेशन है उनने अभी भी क्या किया, यहाँ अपने मंदिर से स्टेशन तक चल के जाते थे, लोकल ट्रेन में जाते थे। तो गाड़ी तो नहीं मिल सकती। आप देखिए कैसे हो सकता है आपका, गाड़ी तो सॉरी नहीं दे सकता मैं।
गाड़ी नहीं दे रहे, कपड़ा कैसे रहे, चलो इधर।
हाँ प्रभु जी, आपको याद है, नाउ स्टेप आउट ऑफ द ऑफिस, आपको याद है एक बड़े आदमी ने हम एक फोन दिलवाया था आपको।
अरे हाँ, वो
वो
है
बोल
ना।
रहे थे कभी भी आपको जब भी जरूरत पड़े तो फोन कर।
ओह, चलो चलो उनके पास ही चलता है, वही खूब है।
चलो चलते हैं।
कपड़े चला लेंगे।
कैसे?
हाँ
प्रभु जी,
बोलिए।
आपने हमको एक एक बार मौका दिया था कि जब भी चाहे तो आप, जो भी चाहे तो एक मदद आइए पूछिए, जरूर आप मदद करने वाले
हाँ,
करके
जरूर
बोले थे।
करेंगे, बोलिए।
अभी हमको एक प्रचार करने का अवसर मिला,
हाँ,
थोड़ा गाड़ी का और थोड़ा कपड़े का थोड़ा व्यवस्था कर सकते हैं?
कपड़े का तो बंदोबस्त हो सकता है, और गाड़ी का तो मंदिर को ही करना पड़ेगा। हाँ हाँ, ऑटो भाड़ा दे देंगे आपको। चलो कितना होता है, हम दे देंगे आपको, आपका प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व हो जाएगा। ठीक है।
बहुत अच्छा। नहीं, अभी तो अभी ठीक ठाक गाड़ी का व्यवस्था हो गया, पैसे का और कपड़े का हो गया, लेकिन प्रचार क्या करेंगे हम लोग? अभी तो इतना साल से हम सुनते आ रहे हैं ये वो करके, लेकिन अभी तो जनरेशन बदल गया, वो लोग सेम चीज नहीं मानते हैं।
अरे कभी पढ़ाई करने के लिए समय दे तो ना, तो कोई दिक्कत नहीं। उस कॉलेज डेज में कुछ तो महाभारत का कुछ तो स्टोरी सुना था, तो मृत्युंजय पुस्तक मेरे दोस्त ने सुनाया था मुझे, उसमें से बता दूंगा कुछ।
हाँ करेक्ट। और मैं भी ये मनगढ़ंत सिद्धांत का किताब में भी पढ़ा था, उसमें जो भी चाहिए, जो मन में आता है वो बोल लेने का।
सिद्धांत प्रस्तुत कर देने का। जय हो।
चलो चल।
बोला विचार श्रीधर प्रभु की जय हो।
हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा। So this were presented for lack of resources. Some temples don't have resources, but still we have to understand. अच्छा sorry.
हरे कृष्णा। तो डी में what all you understood? Okay, lack of resources. What else? Yes. हाँ, preaching cannot go wrong. No? Preaching, हाँ वो बताइए, उत्तर दीजिए. हाँ.
Hello.
हाँ.
This story is actually based on the Prabhupada's experiences.
आगे भी उसमें. हाँ.
Prabhupada's experiences with the Gaudiya mission.
Okay.
When in the beginning he was just approached, had gone for seeing the darshan of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati. Then at that time he told him that you are actually very good at English. Why don't you go to foreign countries for propaganda? At the time, of course, because the movement was going on for Indian freedom fighter. So Prabhupada did not pay much attention, but he was very much affected by the words of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. After some time, again, he met Bhakti Siddhanta in Vrindavan. And at the time, he told him that this Gaudiya Math, which is there, Gaud Mathas, you can stay there and also do the propaganda because you are good at English and your preaching is also good. But then he did not find any cooperation from those people in Math. Yani when our people, they asked for just a pair of dhotis or this kurtas, which were torn up, which you saw now, just now. But there was no cooperation from the Math session. And that's why Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, he told them that you go to foreign countries and start your own ISKCON. And this is how he went there. And if you see in this one, at the last one, it is clearly mentioned there that Prabhupada, he created ISKCON, and ISKCON is the place where the proper care is being taken of all the devotees which are there, which was not actually in Gaudiya Math. Hari Bol.
Okay, Hare Krishna.
This was our basis.
Okay, okay, thank you. ब्रह्मचारी who performed, वो आंसर कीजिए. आपने वो कैसे बताया? वो आपको मालूम नहीं क्या प्रचार करना है? What is that connected to? Which point?
हरे कृष्णा. इसमें 18 पॉइंट आता है हिस्टोरिकल कॉन्फ्लुएंसेस वगैरह. इसमें
हाँ,
जो
इसमें
पॉइंट
क्या
आता
point
है
है?
कि रिलेटिवली न्यू मूवमेंट विथ मस्ट टू लर्न, अंडर डेवलप सोशल वगैरह जो चीज है. न्यू मूवमेंट,
Yeah, new movement must to learn about caring for devotees, not सिद्धांत. सिद्धांत तो रूपाद ने जो हमको किताब दे दिया, क्लासेस दिया.
नहीं वो तो दिया है, लेकिन फिर अभी प्रचार करने के लिए या फिर जो अध्ययन करने के लिए समय देना चाहिए वो भी नहीं है, तो वो केयर नहीं है. तो फिर
ओके, तो वो समय का वो उसमें हाईलाइट नहीं ज्यादा हुआ कि उनको इतने बिजी रहे कि इतना समय भी नहीं था अपना प्रभुपाद का शास्त्र पढ़ने के लिए. उतना हाईलाइट नहीं हुआ. दैट इज फाइन. दैट इज फाइन के लैक ऑफ द ड्यू टू कॉन्टेक्चुअल इन्फ्लुएंस, लैक ऑफ द टाइम टू स्टडी एंड देन प्रेजेंट. ओके, फाइन. और किसी का कुछ सवाल हो इसमें? Okay, fine. Hare Krishna. So thank you. Once again, a round of applause for the team D. Yes, so I request team C to make the presentation now. ये पास में रखिएगा थोड़ा माइक, आवाज अच्छा है.
Hare Krishna. So we are from Team C, and we are going to. I'm going to read a small poem, and then we will have a small skit. So it will in 5 minutes, small. So this is a conversation between the authority and the devotee, and from the category C. So the devotee is saying, and then the authority is having one mantra, and then devotee will refuse his mantra and establish his own mantra. So it goes like, Hare Krishna Prabhuji, my dhoti kurta is old. No need of new dhoti, live like a sage and be bold. Family is not allowing to keep the shikha. Don't care for family if you want diksha. Prasadam is finished because of lack of grains. This is your opportunity to do fasting. I can't even chant due to mosquitoes in the room. Go somewhere out to chant and be bold. Be bold, no pain, no gain. Be bold, no pain, no gain. So this was the mantra of authority. And then boy said, but what's the use of this unnecessary pain? What is this confusion? There is no gain. Srila Prabhupada has said utility is the principle. There is no need for frustration. Vaishnav Seva is the heart of devotion. Vaishnav Seva is the heart of devotion. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So, Hare Krishna. So we are going to represent the scenario. तो हमारे मंदिर में एक परेशान प्रभु है जो कि मिलने आते हैं अपने काउंसलर हरे कृष्णा प्रभु से। आइए देखते हैं आगे क्या होता है। परेशान प्रभु नए डिवोटी भी जस्ट मंदिर आना चालू किए हैं, कांग्रेगेशन कम्युनिटी से कनेक्ट हुए हैं। आइए देखते हैं हरे कृष्णा प्रभु से उनके क्या वार्तालाप होती है।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु। प्रभु 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 मेरा बहुत प्रॉब्लम है, मेरा सॉल्व करिए ना प्लीज। 4 माला रोज जपता हूँ प्रभु, मगर प्रॉब्लम ये है लेट घर से नौकरी से आता हूँ, भाई बीवी को समय नहीं दे पाता हूँ, बहुत झगड़ा होता है प्रभु।
प्रॉब्लम क्या है मालूम है? 4 माला जप कर लो। कितना
4
कितना जप करना चाहिए? 16।
हाँ
कितना?
16।
जाओ पहले 16 माला करके।
हाँ ठीक, 16 करूंगा तो 16 दे।
16।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु। प्रभु अरे प्रभु, आपने कहा 1 हफ्ते तक 16 माला जपते रहो प्रभु। एक तो पहले ही लेट होता था ऑफिस में, अब तो बीवी को जो समय दे पाता था वो भी नहीं दे पा रहा हूँ।
ऐसा?
हाँ प्रभु, बहुत प्रॉब्लम चल रहा है प्रभु, अब तो झगड़े पे झगड़ा हो रहा है प्रभु।
आपको पता नहीं है? हरेर नाम हरेर नाम हरेर नाम एवं केवलम।
अच्छा,
नो गति गतिरन्य था।
हाँ?
इसलिए 16 का 32 कर दो। जाओ
32 करूं, हो जाएगा प्रभु।
हरे कृष्णा।
ठीक है।
हमारे परेशान प्रभु ने 4 से 16 और 16 से 32 कर दिए, तो देखते हैं कितना और प्रॉब्लम का सोल्यूशन हुआ है।
प्रभु प्रभु प्रभु
अरे परेशान प्रभु।
अरे प्रभु, आपने 16 से 32 करा दिया, 32 कर रहा हूँ। तो अब तो प्रभु पहले जो बीवी थोड़ा लड़ झगड़ के शांत हो जाती थी, अब शांत नहीं रहती, अभी बर्तन उठा उठा के मारती है प्रभु, युद्ध होता है घर में।
भगवत गीता में भगवान क्या बोलते हैं?
हाँ?
युद्ध ही हो रहा है ना।
हाँ?
मां मनुस्मर युद्ध से।
हाँ?
कितने माला जप रहे हो?
32।
64 कर दो। 64। हरे कृष्णा। हरे नाम सार, बस बाकी बेकार।
हरे कृष्णा। तुम्हारे परेशान प्रभु ने 32 से 64 माला कर दिए, तो अभी तो प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व होना ही चाहिए क्योंकि हरे नाम सार है। आइए देखते हैं आगे क्या होता है।
अरे बोल, ये तुम्हारी माला पकड़ो, 64 बोले थे। अरे ऐसा झगड़ा हुआ, बीवी तलाक दे के भाग गई। तुम्हारी 64 माला अब तुम जपो, चलो।
जिनको नाम में विश्वास नहीं है, ऐसे भक्त भक्ति करने के लायक ही नहीं। चलो अभी इनकी माला भी मुझे ही करनी पड़ेगी। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे।
There's one more skit. So should you perform or duties will judge this?
ये सिनेरियो से आप क्या देखने को मिला? हमारा सी थीम है या यस फिरोजी।
हरे कृष्ण। हरे कृष्णा। हरे कृष्णा। सो मंदिर के भक्त हरिनाम पे गए थे, लेकिन बारिश का मौसम था तो बहुत बारिश हो रहा था, तो लौटते वक्त भीग गए और उसमें से एक भक्त का तबीयत बहुत खराब हो गया। तो उसमें से जो एक भक्त था वो अपने संकीर्तन इंचार्ज के पास जाता है, अवधूत प्रभु के पास। तो आइए देखते हैं क्या होता है।
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी।
प्रभु जी हरे कृष्णा। प्रभु
हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा
जी
कैसा रहा संकीर्तन आपका?
जी, संकीर्तन तो बढ़िया था प्रभु जी, लेकिन ना थोड़ा मेरा बुखार, आप देख सकते हैं, मैं झूठ नहीं बोल रहा हूँ।
हाँ।
तो थोड़ा बुखार बढ़ गया
हाँ,
प्रभु
तो
जी।
क्या है फिर आज 4 बजे है संकीर्तन?
मैं तो सोच रहा था प्रभु जी डॉक्टर के पास जाके थोड़ा, क्या है गला बैठ गया है, उठने नहीं बन रहा है, बॉडी पेन हो रहा है।
अरे डॉक्टर वगैरह छोड़ दो, संकीर्तन ही 14 भुवन, एक नाम मात्र ही एक है 14 भुवन में, है कि नहीं? तो
शरीर,
संकीर्तन जाने से सबको ठीक हो जाएगा।
शरीर तो जाएगा तब ना, आत्मा जाके इसे दिखा कीर्तन कर रहा है कि नहीं।
अरे शरीर जाएगा तो क्या है, भगवान के विश्वास है कि नहीं? शरीर आप क्या करेंगे इधर रह के? संकीर्तन में जाओ, उधर शरीर छोड़ दो, इधर क्या करेंगे?
ठीक है प्रभु जी।
आपको क्या लगता है इदम शरीरम परिणाम पेशलम, आप ये क्या करेंगे? ये किया तो दूसरा ये आ जाएगा। भगवद गीता में बोलते हैं ना योगक्षेमम महाम्याम, आप बिंदास जाओ।
चलेगा।
हाँ, मैं थोड़ा सा रेस्ट लेके आ रहा हूँ, ठीक है?
तो या devotees can tell. You're the same team. C group. Yeah, make definition of duty here. That's correct. It. Inadequate theological understanding. Insufficient training and that is there.
Insensitive.
And one more was there, that insensitive real world needs, that devotee is telling to go to doctor, but he is telling go on Harinam. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So we are Group B. So whatever you're performing, the characters are fictional. They have no resemblance. If any, they are purely unintentional.
हरे कृष्णा। तो आज का तारीख है 8 नवंबर 2025 और इस साल का मैराथन बहुत निकट है। 1 महीने से भी कम बचा है इस महीने के मैराथन शुरू होने में। तो इस बीच अभी सब भक्त जो हैं मैराथन की तैयारी करें बहुत जोरों शोरों से, लेकिन कुछ परेशानियां भी हैं। तो अब हम देखेंगे हमारे संकीर्तन के लीडर जो हैं इन परेशानियों को लेकर के हमारे मंदिर के अध्यक्ष उनके पास जाते हैं और अपनी परेशानियां उनके सामने रखते हैं। हरे कृष्णा।
हरे कृष्णा। प्रभु आपको मालूम है क्या प्रॉब्लम है? संकीर्तन को लेके ये बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन का कुछ आइडिया है आपको? क्या हो रहा है मंदिर में?
नहीं प्रभु, मुझे कुछ भी नहीं पता।
ऐसा कैसा आइडिया नहीं है आपको?
क्या हो गया बोलो।
हे कृष्णा, कोई प्लान नहीं है, कोई टारगेट्स नहीं है, कैसा करेगा?
कुछ भी नहीं पता प्रभु।
अरे बोल।
एंटर।
हरे कृष्णा। तो वो ये अभी आपने देखा हमारे संकीर्तन लीडर हमारे टेम्पल प्रेजेंट से बात कर रहे थे, लेकिन अभी हम कुछ महीने पहले रिवाइंड करके देखेंगे क्या हुआ था हमारे संकीर्तन लीडर और भक्तों के बीच। हरे कृष्णा। संकीर्तन लीडर और भक्तों के बीच।
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु। प्रभु जी, अभी कुछ महीनों से आप देख रहे हैं कि हम लोग लगातार पुस्तक वितरण कर रहे हैं, और जब मैंने स्टार्ट किया था तो मेरा बैक पेन थोड़ा था, लेकिन अब पुस्तक वितरण करते करते बहुत ज्यादा बैक पेन बढ़ गया है। तो क्या मैं कुछ समय मंदिर में सेवा कर सकता हूँ?
पुस्तक वितरण कौन करेगा?
मंदिर में पुस्तक वितरण कर लेता हूँ, बाहर जाने की क्या आवश्यकता है, मंदिर में कर सकते हैं।
झोला, छोटा झोला लेके घूमेगा तो पेट दर्द देगा आपका। बड़ा झोला लो और जाओ, तो आपका वजन बढ़ेगा, ट्रैक्शन मिलेगा आपको।
लेकिन ये तो मैंने डॉक्टर को भी दिखाया था, उन्होंने बोला कि आप थोड़ा
डॉक्टर
कम
वक्त
करिए।
थोड़ा हम बोलता है ना, आपकी बार 5 लाख पार।
और ये तो है ही। दूसरी बात कि जब हम पुस्तक वितरण करने जाते हैं तो आप बोलते हैं सुबह निकल जाइए, रात को 11 बजे आइए। उससे ना तो मंगल आरती हो रहा है, ना तो 16 माला जप हो पा रहा है हमारा। तो और प्रभुपाद के जो पुस्तक वितरण कर रहे हैं ना, तो उसे हम पढ़ भी पा रहे हैं। डेली कुछ रीडिंग होना चाहिए, पर्सनल
हरे
साधना
कृष्ण,
होना
हरे
चाहिए।
कृष्ण, कृष्ण प्रभु। हाँ
तो ये भी नहीं हो पा रहा है हमारा पर्सनल साधना।
हाँ।
तो उसका क्या किया
हरे
जाए?
कृष्ण, कृष्ण हरे। मैं आपका प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करूं या बाकी डिवोटीज का प्रॉब्लम? आपका तो प्रॉब्लम है। आप जाके पुस्तक वितरण करो, और ये मंगल आरती साधना तुम्हारा रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है। गुरुआचार्य ने क्या बताया? नवदा भक्ति है, वो करना है आपको। जाइए।
हरे
हरे कृष्ण, कृष्ण।
प्रभु जी, प्रभु जी,
हरे
हरे
राम।
कृष्णा।
हाँ अरे
एक
आप बोलिए।
एक सजेशन आहे.
सजेशन
आपण यावेळी जरा स्कूलमध्ये कॉन्टेस्ट करूया.
तमिल में बोलो। हाँ क्या
प्रभु
बोल
जी,
रहा था?
हम स्कूल में कॉन्टेस्ट कॉन्टेस्ट करेंगे. स्कूल में कॉन्टेस्ट.
स्कूल में पुस्तक वितरण कौन करेगा?
नहीं, ये गीता कॉन्टेस्ट है. गीता कॉन्टेस्ट. हम गीता बांटते हैं बच्चों को.
हम गीता कंट्रीब्यूशन जो डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन करेगा, गीता कंटेस्ट करेगा।
दोनों कर सकते हैं. कॉन्टेस्ट में अच्छा स्कोर आता है.
अब उम्र कितना है?
मेरा 20 साल है.
मेरा 25 साल से है। मैं बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन करता है और तुम मेरे को बोलता है कि गीता कंटेस्ट करेगा। नथिंग डूइंग, गुड, गेट लॉस्ट। सॉरी, अब जाओ अभी मैं जब का टाइम है। हरे कृष्णा, हरे कृष्णा।
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी,
हरे
दंडवत
कृष्णा
प्रणाम।
जी, हरे
प्रभु जी, मैं सोच रही थी कि हम लोग गीता कॉन्टेस्ट के लिए क्यों नहीं ट्राई करते हैं?
वेरी गुड आइडिया, वेरी
तो हम लोग बच्चों को गीता बांटेंगे और कोर्स के लिए उनको।
वेरी नाइस आइडिया, वेरी नाइस।
थैंक यू प्रभु जी। हरे कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्ण, हरे हरे कृष्ण, हरे कृष्ण। थैंक यू।
Yes, short term vision. Yes, manipulation.
Thank you. The result was purely coincidence.
हरे कृष्णा। आपको अच्छा लगे तो जोर से ताली बजाइए। हाँ, हरे कृष्णा। ग्रुप ए प्लीज प्रेजेंट।
हरे कृष्णा।
हरे कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्णा। तो अभी भैया क्या कौन बेटा? हरे कृष्णा। तो अभी हमारे टेम्पल के डिवोटी बहुत ही इंतजास्टिक है। जब भी कोई नए डिवोटीज आते हैं तो उनको बहुत अच्छी तरह से वो रिसीव करते हैं। तो अभी हम देखेंगे, तो यहाँ पे कुछ नए डिवोटी आएंगे, हम देखेंगे भक्त उनको किस तरह से रिसीव करते हैं। हरे कृष्णा।
हरे कृष्णा।
हरे
हरे
कृष्ण
कृष्णा।
प्रभु जी, हरे कृष्णा।
पहली बार आ रहे हैं?
हाँ भैया, आपको ना?
आइए बैठिए।
क्यों? अच्छा, थैंक यू। अरे क्या है? अरे मैं जिंदा हूँ अभी। अच्छा,
भगवान का हार है।
ये वृंदावन का प्रसाद लीजिए।
ना?
ये स्वीट समोसा राधा रास्पबेरी का।
अरे क्या है वृंदावन का प्रसाद, स्वीट समोसा? पैसा वैसा नहीं मिलेगा भैया, पहला बोलो।
अरे कितने ओल्ड डिवोटी इतना सेवा कर रहे, कोई उनको हेल्प भी नहीं कर रहा है। हरे कृष्णा प्रभु। आइए। आपको पता है ना, 60 डिवोटीज कमिंग फ्रॉम साउथ। मैंने पिछला बार भी आपको बताया था, और सारे अरेंजमेंट्स भी आपको करने को बोले थे विद अकोमोडेशन। दे आर कमिंग फ्रॉम साउथ, मैंने आपको पिछले बार बताया था।
हाँ, आपको पता है राधा रास्ते की शुरुआत बताते थे कि राधा रास्ते का जो टेम्पल है ये तो वृंदावन है, साक्षात वृंदावन है। और आपको पता है कि वृंदावन में भगवान कृष्ण सबका सबका पालन पोषण करते हैं। आपको तो पता होगा कि इवन माधवेंद्र पुरी उनके लिए भी कृष्ण स्वयं खीर लेके आए थे। तो राधा रासबेरी सबका टेक केयर करेंगे ब्रो जी, आप टेंशन मत लीजिए, हो जाएगा ब्रो।
ठीक है, ठीक है।
हरे कृष्णा।
हरे कृष्ण। हरे कृष्णा प्रभु। इसका
हरे कृष्णा। प्रणाम प्रभु जी।
मैं आपको सुबह से देख नहीं रहा हूँ, कहाँ पे है?
मैं तो आपके साथ ही था सुबह से।
हम्म।
आपने देखा नहीं? पीछे पीछे।
पीछे पीछे?
हाँ।
कहाँ, आश्रम में? अच्छा, पिछला महीने महाराज का क्लास सुना ना?
सुना था ऑनलाइन, बाद में रिकॉर्डिंग आता है ना, लाइव सुनते ही हम।
और इंस्पायर होके आपने मुझे बोला था मुझे अलार्म क्लॉक दीजिए, मुझे सुबह सुबह उठना है।
बैटरी टूट गया प्रभु जी, वो अलार्म बजता नहीं, कोई हेल्प नहीं कर
तो
रहा
आज
था।
सुबह से उठे नहीं?
उठे थे प्रभु जी, फिर सो गया।
फिर सो गए? वाह, बहुत अच्छा है। और तो 16 वाला?
करता हूँ दिन भर, तो क्या काम ही क्या है, 16 मतलब तो
तो
करता
आज का क्लास भी मिस कर दिया?
बाद में सुनेंगे लाइव। लाइव भी कोई सुनना चाहिए ना, तो ये।
तो वो हरे कृष्णा। हो गया अरेंजमेंट्स, अभी 5 मिनट्स में आ रहे हैं वो लोग।
हरे कृष्णा। देखता हूँ ब्रो जी, में हो गया होगा ऑलमोस्ट, देखता हूँ मैं। अरे देखता हूँ जाके किचन में, प्रसाद तो बचा ही होगा। अरे यहाँ पे तो प्रसाद भी नहीं है। अरे क्या करेंगे, बट देखते हैं कि प्रभुपाद का ये टेम्पल है। तो हमने तो देखा था कि श्री गोस्वामी तो हर दिन नए नए पेड़ के नीचे सोते थे। यहाँ पे तो एटलीस्ट है, यहाँ पे हॉल है, यहाँ पे ड्यूटी सो सकते हैं। तो इवन हमने देखा था कि जो रघुनाथ दास गोस्वामी थे, उनके पास में कोई प्रसाद नहीं रहता था, फिर भी वो पड़ा हुआ प्रसाद लेके खा लेते। ड्यूटी तो मैनेज कर ही लेंगे एक आध दिन के लिए, इतना कुछ है नहीं। हरे कृष्णा।
अकोमोडेशन
भी है।
जाओ चेक करो।
हरे कृष्णा। हरे कृष्णा। अरे अकोमोडेशन ड्यूटी वाले किसने रूम तो क्लीन भी नहीं किया है यहाँ पे। ठीक है ठीक है, बट आई थिंक रूम तो है। भगवा ड्यूटी तो सो जाएंगे। एटलीस्ट प्रभुपाद ने इतना सुंदर महल बनाया है, यहाँ पे तो ड्यूटी सो सकते हैं। तो पहले तो प्रभुपाद के काल में तो ड्यूटी ऐसे टीन के शेड में सोते थे। एटलीस्ट तो है यहाँ पे, ड्यूटी तो सो जाएंगे, यहाँ पे कुछ प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। हरे कृष्णा।
हरे कृष्णा। So, can you all guess the points? Hmm. We almost tried to cover up almost all the points. हाँ.
See, what we are trying to cover to Lala when he came and when he was speaking about that nobody is wake. Actually, his point was that nobody wakes me up. He's depicting the over-dependent devotee, that he is dependent on others instead of his own self-care. He thinks that others should help me, only then will I do my devotion properly. And irresponsible followers, they have been, the temple president is telling them that these services has to be done, and it was not done. So irresponsible followers and inordinate concern of the newcomer. The newcomer was overly been taken care, and there was inadequate, the reluctance to listen and change that was depicted by Avalala. And we also have one poem which will also cover up other three important points. Prabhuji will tell us. And for this poem, we have taken a Shastric reference from Mahabharata.
हरे कृष्णा। पोयम हिंदी में। हर सुबह एक नया फैसला लाती, हर सुबह एक नया फैसला लाती, पर आंखें मेरी बस पुत्र मुंह देखती। भीष्म विदुर की वाणी धर्म का संगीत, भीष्म विदुर की वाणी धर्म का संगीत, मुझे हर बार बदलने से डर। पुरानी गद्दी मेरा अटल विश्वास, पुरानी गद्दी मेरा अटल विश्वास, नया मार्ग क्यों चुनो, क्यों करूं प्रयास। आने वाला कल का भयंकर सत्य सुनना भी नहीं चाहता, रखता हूं उपवास। यह भय है मेरा सत्ता के खो जाने का, यह भय है मेरा सत्ता के खो जाने का, पुत्रों को उनके अधिकार दिलाने का। जो भी हो रहा है उसे होने दूं, यह है मेरा न्याय, मैं मेरी अंतिम कहानी। दरबार में गूंजती थी सच की आवाजें, दरबार में गूंजती थी सच की आवाजें, धर्म न्याय और भविष्य की बातें। पर मैं एक बहरा पिता बन बैठा, जिसकी जिद पर थी कुरुकुल की रातें। मुझे चाहिए था समर्थन मेरे चाहतों का, मुझे चाहिए था समर्थन मुझे चाहतों मेरी चाहतों का, मुझे नहीं चाहिए था बोध सही रास्तों का। हर बार जो शांति का प्रस्ताव आया, डरकर मैंने उसे अनसुना कर दिया। बदलाव का नाम ही मेरे अस्तित्व का अंत है, मान लिया था विनाश ही मेरा पंथ था। नाराजगी सहली पर पुत्रों को न त्यागा, नाराजगी सहली पर पुत्रों को न त्यागा, यही मेरा अंधा प्रेम मेरी अंतिम आग था। हरे कृष्ण। So the points which we covered in this is self-interest of Dhritarashtra. I think आप अगर आप लोग गेस कर सकते हो, then other, I will tell which are the points we have covered. Yes, and first one is self-interest as well.
जोर से बजाएंगे ताली। थोड़ा खड़े होके 5 मिनट कीर्तन करेंगे, कीर्तन करने से थोड़ा सा हमारे शरीर में एनर्जी होगा थोड़ा। हाँ?
हरे कृष्ण। करताल बोलेंगे सब। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे। बोलिए हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम
राम राम हरे हरे हरि बोल कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम ओ हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण राम राम ओ हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे 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 कृष्ण हरे राम 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 हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 कृष्णा हरे राम हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम कृष्ण ओ हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे हरे
Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. प्रभुपाद की हरे नाम संकीर्तन की
Hare Krishna. Thank you for leading nice, enthusiastic kirtan. Srila Bhaktivedanta Thakur used to say that loud chanting of the holy name, it drives away all the evils. It drives away also all the laziness. So yes, it energizes the Lord's name, chanting of the Lord's name. Okay, there is a nice quote here. Nice quote here. Can someone please read? Silent में डाल दीजिए.
Eight perfections of mystic yoga, nor for salvation from repeated birth and death. I want only to stay among all the living entities and suffer all distresses on their behalf, so that they may be freed from suffering.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. You can all check your mobile phone, put on the silent mode. During the break, you will have. It will be good. It will be caring gesture for everyone. And echo zero कर दीजिए इसका. किसको मालूम है? So you can do echo zero कर दीजिए. Okay, so who is praying this? Maharaj Ranti Dev is making the prayer. So you see that among the 21 reasons, the highest reason for the lack of devotee care has been pointed out as self-interest. इसमें इस सर्वे में वो है, इसके पॉइंट्स है देखेंगे. सबसे पहला self-interest दिया गया है. And this statement is about absolutely selfless and so much sacrifice. Just see the level of selflessness and the ready to willing to sacrifice. So this kind of spirit, right, is actually exemplify devotee care to the highest degree in one sense, right? For all living entities, not just devotee, because ultimately all living entities are potentially devotees of the Lord. So these are our actual real heroes of Bhagavatam, who can exemplify such level of selfness and self-interest. In this way, beautiful prayer by Maharaj Ranti Dev. Yeah, okay, इसको मोबाइल की तरह यूज कर रहे थे. Okay, so we have discussed about, as I said, the course. If you remember, the course has 4 parts. Understanding what is devotee care is very important. We understood the different meanings of care, primarily 2 categories. We saw the vision and the mission for devotee care, and what is devotee care also includes the areas and the recipients. All that is included in the understanding of what devotee care is. So now when we say devotee care, we know that what is the vision for us, what are the different meanings of care, what is the vision, what is the mission, and there are 12 broad areas and 12 broad recipients. So that covers which part? Understanding of devotee care, right? Understanding of devotee care. So it helps us to broaden and also deepen our understanding. Then we came to why is devotee care important, and in why these 6 principles from the scriptures. It is based on scriptures. The devotee care is not a new term. Some people say Prabhupada ने devotee care use नहीं किया. लेकिन devotee care तो किया ना. Term use ना किया हो, but Prabhupada was a very caring leader. And Vaishnav Seva, did Prabhupada not talk of Vaishnav Seva? Did Prabhupada not talk of loving relationship? Prabhupada himself was a good listener. Right? himself was a good listener. So, and his sense of belonging to his Guru Maharaj, dedication, leadership, we all discussed how Prabhupada was such a great, proactive, empowering, and protective leader. So, all the principles what we are talking of in relation to devotee care have been exemplified and taught by Prabhupada. So, the term per se may not have been used, but in spirit, Prabhupada has exemplified it. So, therefore, why is devotee care important? They are it's one is the principles from the scriptures. Some of the most important principles from the scriptures is based upon that. Okay, so and then we also under why we also saw uh, the reason for lack of devotee care. Several reasons in four categories. Also, we saw the there could be you know advantages, disadvantages of adequate devotee care, and so on and so forth. So we touched upon what will be the advantages. Several advantages we listed for having devotee care, and some wrong understanding of or perceived disadvantages of having devotee care. All that we saw. So till now, whatever after the what part, what we covered is the why part, and I gave several examples from different places also on why is devotee care important. So these two we have covered, and now we are starting the third part of the devotee care course, which is who is responsible. Who I mentioned who is responsible means what kind of knowledge, skills, and values we should have in order to effectively care for the devotees. So we will be talking of certain skills now. You remember in understanding knowledge and in understanding the principle and values. What was the word you got in the card game? Devotees care. Remember, devotees care. And if you put the S with care, then what become? Devotee scare. Devotee scare. Is a fact. So what is the if you take the S with the devotee, then devotee scare. Otherwise, devotee scare. So misplaced S changes the meaning altogether. It reverses the meaning of the term. This misplaced S. So if we are not sensitive to the needs of devotees, the devotee care will become devotee scare. If we do not have the right skill set to care for the devotees, the devotee care will become devotee scare. If we do not have the right strategy also, we do not have the right strategy, we do not have the right sensitivity, skills, strategy, all that may actually have the opposite effect. So the proper training is required to be effective in that in caring for the devotees. So one there are certain skills which are needed. We'll be talking of the certain skills in uh, next 2 hours, and then we will begin the last part, which is how. And the tomorrow the full day is reserved for how basically. So I'll introduce the subject toward the end, and then we'll talk about the how part. Okay, so certain skills that we need, and one important skill, uh, one of the important skills in caring for the devotees is actually the compliment received by Prabhupada from his spiritual master. What was the compliment? He likes to hear. He likes to hear. Prabhupada was actually a good listener. He was a very good listener. Any example of he being a good listener? Oh, that is there. He preferred to stay back. He listened. But even to ordinary person, Prabhupada was a good listener. He would grasp even advice given by a common person. Yeah, yes. Oh, okay, take the mic and speak.
Distributing back to Godhead pamphlets. So I think postman or someone told him to print the book. So he
Yes. So Prabhupada, someone just said, Swamiji, this, magazine people just, put it in the scrap. रद्दी हो जाता है ना, magazine वगैरह रखते नहीं. Books are permanent. Why don't you write books? He was, oh, my spiritual master is speaking to him. Prabhupada did not say, I am in the line of the Gaudiya Vaishnavacharya, you are just an ordinary postman or ordinary man on the street. How can you advise me? Prabhupada didn't say that. He was a very good listener. He took that advice. Why are you printing this? You print books. And Prabhupada took that advice. There are many more such. Prabhupada had a mild heart attack and the doctor came to diagnose him. What did he say? He said, nothing has happened to Swamiji. He should walk around. Actually, that doctor had drunk. He was drunk because he was called from home. After his duty hours, he was drunk and all that. And then he could not diagnose the heart attack. He said, the old man is praying too much. He should walk around and he'll be healthy. So he was actually a quack. But Prabhupada, you see that although the doctor was, he was himself drunk and he was not in the right frame of mind, could not diagnose the problem, but still Prabhupada took, Swamiji should walk around. Prabhupada started morning walks. He was a very good listener. He was a good listener. So in this way, the skill that we are going to now discuss is listening skill, which is one of the very important skills for any caregiver, for any counselor, mentor, caregiver. Listening skill is very important. So let's see what Prabhupada says here. Yes, can someone please read?
These are 9 processes of devotional service, of which Shravanam, hearing, is most important. Without hearing, nobody can understand the science of God. Therefore, the Vedic mantras are called Shruti. Shruti means it is to be heard.
So, of the 9 process, which is the most important? Shravanam. But we have heard chanting is most important. We have heard that chanting is most important. But Prabhupada here is emphasizing Shravanam. Because even before chanting, there has to be hearing. There has to be hearing. So they are interrelated also, in a sense. Interrelated. So before chanting, there has to be hearing. So Shravanam is the most important here. Prabhupada is emphasizing. Hearing, and therefore the Vedic literature are called Shruti, to be heard. All the knowledge we receive is to be heard. So again, there is a similar quote about, okay, there was another quote related to Shruti, but that's fine. We have this word hearing in the scriptures, but in the modern educational context, in the modern teaching, we talk of listening. We use the word listening. Use the word listening. So what's the difference between hearing and listening? Yes, Prabhu? Harish Prabhu? Mic, someone can pass the mic.
Basically, hearing could be when you're saying something, I'm just hearing, I'm not actually processing it or converting it to action. But listening would be really attentive hearing and processing it into.
Okay, good, thank you. So basically, hearing could be sometimes passive. Hearing could be sometimes passive, but listening is active in the modern educational context. But so in this, if we take ascribe, no, the words can be ascribed meaning at times. So if we say, okay, now we are saying in our educational context, hearing we will say is a passive, and listening is active. Was Parikshit Maharaj hearing or listening? He was actually listening. He was continuously processing. He even rejected the answer of Sukadeva Goswami, saying, what view the atonement? Sukadeva was testing him, how attentive he is in listening. And he immediately said, you are processing atonement, but this is like the elephant taking a bath. So therefore he rejected that also. There are several places where Parikshit demonstrated that how he was listening very attentively. So though the word hearing is used, so therefore in Bhagavatam when Prabhupada says hearing, It is actually listening. It's actually listening. So hearing is just through the ears. Hearing just through the ears. Therefore, sometimes the devotees prescribe, uh, इस कान से सुनो, इस कान से बाहर निकाल दो. तो इस कान में बहुत बातें हैं, ज्यादा हेड में मत लेके जाओ और हार्ट में मत लेके जाओ. इस कान से इस कान बस, और अपना उसमें हाँ, तो ऐसा इस्कॉन का है, वो वर्ड का यूज करते हैं कई लोग इस तरह से. तो ज्यादा अपने आप को खाली पीली परेशान मत हो, इस कान से इस कान इधर से बाहर करो. ऐसा कुछ लोग प्रिस्क्राइब करते हैं, because many things to be heard and many things people say something etc. But as far as hearing from the Lord, hearing from Guru, hearing from the scripture is concerned, we have to listen, not just hear, not from this kan to this kan. Right? We should take it to our heart. We should understand with the head. Therefore, hearing is just through the ears, but listening is not just through the ears, but also we listen with the ears, with the eyes, with the head, and with the heart. So, hearing is passive usually. It's considered hearing is passive in the modern educational context. It's just through the ears, while listening is with the ears and with the eyes. Right? Ears, eyes, head, and heart. Like that. Ears, eyes, head, and heart. Yes, we try to understand the subject matter, and we want our heart to be transformed by that subject matter. Right? And also the eyes are open. There is eye contact while listening. The eye contact also. So therefore listening is much more active basically. And Parikshit was listening. There is a quality of listening. The quality of listening. Practically, like there are so many educational institutes. I went to see the university, Harvard and MIT. They both are situated in Boston. When I was visiting Boston, the devotee said, "आपको दिखा के लाते हैं university, the world famous university, MIT and Harvard." So what's the difference between the MIT, Harvard, Oxford, Cambridge, these top universities, and the other mediocre universities? What's the difference? Essentially, there could be so many. There could be so many in terms of infrastructure, in terms of the um, assets they have, facilities they have, resources they have, research work, so many things. But essentially, also one of the essential difference is the quality of listening, the education, the quality of listening. That makes the difference, the quality of listening. So basically, it is the quality of the listening that determines the quality of our life, both material and spiritual. The world has emanated from the sound vibration. Remember that. So the quality of the quality of our life, both material and spiritual, is in direct proportion to the quality of our listening. Similarly, the quality of our leadership is also a lot depend upon the quality of listening. So a good listener can be a good leader because he's trying to understand. He's trying to understand from the perspective of other person. Sometimes we listen and we say, मेरे को मालूम है क्या बोलने वाला. पहले ही हमको ऐसा ये होता है. But trying to understand the other person's perspective, that is not easy. Not easy. In fact, as we shall see, in the recent ILS, one of the very senior devotee, he made a point, very striking point. He said, it is easy to be a good speaker. We have many brilliant speakers, but it's very difficult to be a good listener. Very difficult to be a good listener because to be able to listen and understand a person and give that person the confidence that he or she has been understood, it's not easy actually. Listening is very difficult. We shall see how as we progress. As we progress in the seminar of listening, it's not easy. So there is a quality of listening, and the quality of our leadership also, to a large extent, depend upon the quality of listening. Okay, so there are different levels of listening. So we will have one short demonstration here. Yes, do we have the team ready? The levels of there are different levels of listening. So we'll have a demonstration on that.
Hare Krishna. So there will be 5 scenes. So we'll present one scene by scene. Then
Yeah.
later you will.
Or all five later, I'll ask you, what did you learn about what kind of listening? You have to write one word. They are going to present 5 scenes. Write one word for what kind of listening has been demonstrated. So just anywhere you can write it down. Find some space to write down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 scenes. Scene 1 was what kind of listening? Scene 2 was what kind of listening? Give one word to describe it. Okay, please start.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Prabhuji. Prabhuji, I'm practicing spiritual life, Prabhuji, but I'm having lot of problems, lot of struggles actually. Can I get your time and guidance?
Can you say I'm busy? Come
Uh,
later.
Prabhuji, what time can I come, Prabhuji?
Ask me later. Just don't bother me now.
But
I have too many things to do. Please go.
okay. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, next scene.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, I'm going out every day for distributing books,
Very good.
and we are doing Harinam also every day.
Very good. Very nice.
Prabhuji, at the same time, we are even registering newcomers for the course.
Very nice. Very nice.
But Prabhuji, I'm having little backache, Prabhuji. Some health issues are there.
Very good.
Huh?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hmm.
Prabhuji, I had gone last month to meet my parents at home.
Hmm.
They're very old now,
Hmm.
and they're having a lot of health issues.
Hmm.
They might even actually pass away at any moment.
Hmm.
But Prabhuji, they were thinking to donate some land. I'll tell you later, Prabhuji.
Scene 4. Scene 4.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. बोलिए.
Prabhuji, I am practicing my spiritual life,
Hmm.
and there are some problems which I am facing.
Oh, you are struggling.
Yes, Prabhuji. Lot of problems are there. Can I get some of your time?
Oh, you need help and support?
Yes, yes, Prabhuji. I need some of your help and support.
Okay. Please.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, I had gone last home to meet my parents.
Oh,
They are very
so,
old now.
oh, seems like that a big anxiety for you now, huh?
Yes, Prabhuji, and they might pass away at any moment.
So they are having many health challenges.
Yes, Prabhuji. Lot of struggles in my spiritual life also.
That's very serious concern.
Yes, Prabhuji.
It must be affecting your own spiritual life also.
Yes, Prabhuji, very much. I'm seeking your guidance and prayers, Prabhuji.
Yeah, I will pray for your parents also and for your own devotional
Thank
service
you.
also.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji.
I will pray for Krishna to give you strength, intelligence to handle the situation.
Thank you
Hare
very much.
Krishna.
Thank you.
Please
Hare
find me
Krishna.
sometime.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Hare Bol, Hare Krishna. So, on Hare Krishna. So, yes. So, what was the first kind of listening? Neglecting, disinterested. Yes, it was. It was actually no listening in one sense. Right? It was not trying to listen, ignoring, ignoring. Fine. Second, partial, inattentive, inadequate professionalism. But he was not actually. There's one term I'm looking for. Huh? In inconsiderate, pretending. Because how did you come? He's actually not listening, but pretending to listen. Yeah, absent-minded. How? Why? Because he just said very good. So mechanically replying. Very good, very nice. वो भी बोल रहे हैं very good, very nice बोल रहे हैं. So सुन नहीं रहे हैं, pretend कर रहे हैं सुनने का. So pretend कर रहे हैं सुनने का. ऐसा दिखावा इसको बोलते हैं. वो था second वाला. Pretended listening. Third was selective. जो हमको अच्छा लगा और जो हमारे इंटरेस्ट का है वो सुनने को इंटरेस्ट आया. Selective. Fourth was little better. You're trying to listen. Fourth, actually in the fourth, yes, fourth was attentive listening, but he should have kept eye contact. In attentive listening, eye contact is very important. So actually, if you want to give the assurance that I'm listening, important is to look toward that person. So the eye contact should have been maintained, and that would have been attentive listening. You're looking at the person and trying to listen what the person is saying, and so on and so forth. Okay, so that is attentive. The fifth one, empathetic or empathic. Simple, we empathetic or empathic, the same thing, but we will use the word empathic for simplicity of the term. So the fifth one was empathic listening. What was that? How do you say that's empathic listening? Eye contact was there. That is there in it. By the concern that the person showed. By the concern the person showed. Right? So because there was a concern, what more could have been done to show the concern? No, in here, just over here, in the demonstration. Okay, close the laptop. Ask him to sit down. Hey, please sit down. Take the seat. They were more empathic. They were more empathic. Ask him to sit down. Right? Yeah, could have yes. Yeah, could have asked if you need any help from my side, on a practical level, let me know without any hesitation, something like that. Those terms. All this is empathic listening. All the empathic listening. So therefore, the 5 levels of listening which we just saw are this: uh, ignoring, pretending, selective, attentive, and empathic listening. So it's a fact. It has been seen. That even if we do not have the solution, there is some person who is undergoing some kind of tribulation problem. Even if we do not have the solution, if you can just listen out, that itself is at least 50% of the solution. While you have no clue of solution, you simply listen out and say, "Oh, I can understand how much struggle you are going. I really pray to Krishna that he gives you the strength and he gives you the intelligence and his mercy to overcome all of this struggle." those empathic words itself, those empathic words at least can solve 50%, expert says. Just if you can hear that person out and empathize, that itself solves 50% of the problem. In some cases, even 100%. Even 100% in some cases. So therefore that's how powerful is empathic listening. How powerful is empathic listening. Many people who leave ISKCON with some grudge in the heart, etc., etc. Only if someone can take out the time to listen to them and just empathize. आपके साथ हुआ बहुत बुरा हुआ, but never mind, ऐसा हो जाता है because so many individuals are there in society. But you should continue to practice devotion, so something like that. So just the empathic response can actually help a person again come back to Krishna consciousness. So the empathic listening is actually very powerful tool. Is a very important listening skill. So just remember the thing that even if we cannot, if we have no clue of any solution, and if there are some devotees, who are undergoing difficulty, if you can just take out the time to listen to them, they will be helped a lot. We help a lot. One devotee shared, we were discussing this, we were sharing this one place in US, then the one devotee shared their testimony that one day uh, a devotee received a phone call that I want to come and see you, that I want to come and meet you and talk to you. But somehow this devotee, could not prioritize. And he said, maybe can we meet after 2-3 days, and so on, so on. And next day morning, the devotee who had called, he actually ended his life, committed suicide. And this devotee felt so, broken hearted. Only if I could have given time. Of course, he didn't know. It's not that it was a mistake, but we have many priorities, many things to be done. But only if I could have prioritized, taken out some time to listen to him and say, okay, we can talk shortly now, briefly now, and then maybe elaborately later. But I would like to understand what you want to talk about, how urgent it is. We could have, like, instead of just saying that, maybe we'll talk later. Is it very urgent now, or what exactly you want to talk? Something like that. Only if I had known, I would have saved his life just by listening to that person. So that person was already contemplating. So he thought, let me reveal this to somebody whom I can put my faith and trust upon. But even that devotee was so busy due to some reason, not his fault. But finally, this person said, actually, there is no one for me. No one has any time for me in the world. And that person ended. A real case study. Many such case studies. So those, just by listening to someone, we can help a lot. Just by listening. So, but it's not easy to listen out. It's not easy to listen out because what are the challenges in just trying to listen and understand a person? What are the challenges? Krishna says again and again, Arjun suno dhyan se abhi. Right? Again and again. Because hearing is so important, listening is so important. It's a backbone of our spiritual life. What are the challenges to listen to somebody? Yes. You need maturity, you need a lot of patience. Lot of patience. What else is the challenge? Time is the time. Without judgment, because that person reveals and we may try to judge. ये क्या? What is this person talking about, etc. Without judging the person. Yeah, to maintain confidentiality also. What else? We may think sensitivity to that person, trying to understand that person from that person's perspective. तो हम क्या बोलते हैं, अरे उसको क्यों बात मन में लेता है? देखो मेरे को भी ऐसे लोग बात बोलते रहते हैं. So sometimes we compare that person to ourselves. मेरे को भी बहुत लोग ऐसा बोला, I brushed it off. अरे इस्कॉन में रहना थोड़ा मोटा चमड़ी रखना पड़ेगा. है ना? नहीं तो तुम सरवाइव नहीं कर रहे बाबा. सब छोटी छोटी बात को लेने का नहीं. Brush it off. But some people are very sensitive. They can't just brush off. Some people are super insensitive. उनको कोई कुछ बोलता है उनको परवाह नहीं है. इधर उधर बहुत लोग kind of. But other people, they speak little इट गोस द कोर ऑफ देयर हार्ट, उनके पूरा मर्म स्थान पे जाके आघात होता है. So different people have different level of sensitivity. We can't compare. कि why you are so sensitive? That person is sensitive. मेरी तरफ देखो. अरे आप और वो अलग भाई, अलग लोग हैं. You different, that person is different. So therefore, understand that person from that person's perspective. That person is very sensitive person. So we have to learn to deal with different people as per their, you know, as per their need or as per who they are. As per who they are, we have to understand that person. What is that person? Is it a very sensitive person, and so on and so forth, right? So we have to understand that person and learn to deal with that person. So to be able to listen, to understand that person from his or her perspective is a challenge actually, because we see everything from our perspective. That is by default. What else is the challenge to listening? To not to provide solution. सबसे बड़ा challenge, क्योंकि हम सब लोग creature हैं. As soon as we start listening, we tend to provide solution. Actually, someone will say something और मैं story complete करता हूँ. रुको, मुझे मालूम है तुम क्या बोलने वाले हो. हाँ, मैं अभी story complete कर देता हूँ और आंसर भी इसका दे देता हूँ, उत्तर भी देता हूँ, क्या solution है. Sometimes the person doesn't want solution. Many a times, actually, the person wants to express. Even if you have the solution, it will not work unless you listen. There is a case study for that. Radha Gopinath Prabhu tells, once he went to a government hospital and to a doctor, a medical officer, and उन्होंने जैसे रूम में एंटर किया, उन्होंने छींक मारा और डॉक्टर ने उनको बोला बैठो. कुछ नहीं, उधर प्रिस्क्रिप्शन लिख के उनके हाथ में दे दिया. वो सरप्राइज हो गए, अरे तो सुना नहीं, कुछ नहीं, कुछ नहीं. वो कुछ बोलना चाहते थे, बोले ये दवाई ले लो, ठीक हो जाओगे बिल्कुल. और वो सही दवाई था एक्चुअली. क्यों? वो 50 में पेशेंट थे जो सब वायरल फैल रहा था. वो देख के समझ गया इसको भी वायरल के सिम्टम है, देख के समझ गया डॉक्टर ने, सही मेडिसिन लिख दिया. और ये आगे ये पूरा पेशेंट फाड़ के फेंक दिए, क्योंकि मेरे कुछ बातें नहीं सुना. द पेशेंट नीड इज व्हाट? टू एक्सप्रेस. पेशेंट नॉट जस्ट नीड मेडिसिन, पेशेंट का एक नीड है कि एक्सप्रेस. एंड द पेशेंट आल्सो हैज टू हैव द कॉन्फिडेंस कि डॉक्टर इज अंडरस्टूड. Now the doctor is understood and given the right medicine, but the medicine patient has no confidence to take, because there is a need to express and get the confidence that the doctor has understood what I am expressing. So like that. So even if we give the right solution, it will not work. We need to listen out to that person. The need is for the people is there to express their challenges, their difficulties. Right? And sometimes yes, they speak quite. We have understood, we have diagnosed in first 5 minutes क्या problem है. पर वो उनका need है, उनको बोलना है 50 मिनट. We have to at times give time. Let that person speak, empty out. So one of the best example of empathic hearing is from CC is Lord Chaitanya hearing how many days? 7 days. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. Because his need was इस सन्यासी को मैं वेदांत पढ़ाऊंगा तो इसका सन्यास दृढ़ हो जाएगा, ऐसा उनका फर्म कन्विक्शन था. तो आई विल टीच दिस सन्यासी. तो ही वाज नेचुरली अ टीचर एक्चुअली. सर्वभौम भट्टाचार्य पूरा वेदांत षड दर्शन वेता. महाप्रभु कहते हैं कि षड दर्शन के सबसे बड़े टीचर हैं सर्वभौम भट्टाचार्य. बहुत बड़े स्कॉलर थे. उनका उनका ऐसा एक स्नेहवश भी था. आउट ऑफ हिज कंसर्न, आउट ऑफ हिज अफेक्शन, ही वांटेड टू टीच लॉर्ड चैतन्य. तो 7 दिन उनसे सुना. और क्या सुना? पूरा मायावाद सुना, एकदम बकवास बात सुना बिल्कुल. तो ऐसा कुछ नहीं कि बहुत मीनिंगफुल चीज भी सुना, एकदम फालतू. पर फिर भी सुना. क्यों? उनका नीड था. वो सुनने के बाद देन ही बिकेम ओपन टू रिसीव. उन्होंने पूरा जो अपना बोल दिया, उसके बाद देन लॉर्ड चैतन्य कुड एक्चुअली स्पीक आउट एंड ही बिकेम रेडी टू हियर. Before that would not happen. So see, the Lord Chaitanya demonstrated how much empathic hearing in order to transform Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. He first invested 7 days of listening. बहुत बड़ा है. और महाप्रभु एक है भी है, मायावाद भाष्य सुनिले है सर्वनाश, और खुद से सुने मायावाद भाष्य पूरा. पर वो he didn't listen from the viewpoint of for his own sake. He listened to in order to actually transform Sarva Bhattacharya, in order to teach him the right thing. Therefore, sometimes the devotees, when they are broken-hearted, they may speak against other devotees. And we may have to at times listen to them to relieve them of that and give them positivity. So that listening is not participating in Vaishnava Ninda. You are listening not to enjoy the criticism, but to help some devotee to replace that negativity with positivity. So just like Lord Chaitanya, he listened Mayavad while he himself has given the teaching that Mayavad is the one who hears Mayavad, Pura Sarvanash ho jayega. But still he listened to help out somebody. So in this way, listening is a very important and very powerful uh, tool to be able to help someone out. Okay, so we will have another short demonstration regarding empathic listening. Empathic listening, so we had a small demonstration, the 5th level. There is another demonstration which shows uh, four. There are 4 more scenes we want to demonstrate in relation to which teaches us something about empathic listening. So we'll have another team here. Yes, yourself and okay, yes. So Sadar Raj Bihari Prabhu and Vrindavan Gopal Prabhu.
Prabhuji, question.
Yes. Oh, you want to ask a question? Okay, ये demonstration के बाद चलेगा? इसके बाद हम note down your question.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So this scene is regarding. So now marathon is started, and so devotees they have went for devotee means I today went for whole day for book distribution, and after doing book distribution, I'm coming back late night, and Prashadam is over in Prashadam hall. So that scene is there. Yeah, and it's a Ekadashi day. हरे कृष्णा तो आज पूरा दिन मैं बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन कर रहा था मॉर्निंग से गया था बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन करने के लिए और आज एकादशी या I'm just telling it back. Okay. हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी
हरे कृष्णा
प्रभु जी आज एकादशी का दिन था और पूरे दिन में बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन कर रहा था प्रभु जी और मैं जब प्रसादम लेने के लिए गया प्रसादम हॉल में तो प्रसादम खत्म हो गया प्रभु जी कोई प्रसादम अरेंज हो सकता है प्रभु जी
आपको पता है एकादशी में फास्ट करने का क्या क्या महत्व है अनेक जन्मों के पाप चले जाते हैं आपको तो फास्ट करना चाहिए
प्रभु जी वो ठीक है प्रभु जी बट जो फास्टिंग करने से अगर मैं बीमार पड़ जाऊंगा तो बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन चल रहा है फिर सेवा नहीं होगा तो क्या करूंगा मैं इससे पुण्य अर्जित करके प्रभु
आपने सुबह पैक प्रसाद तुम तो लिया ही होगा और बीच में कुछ खाया ही होगा ना
हाँ प्रभु जी वो मैं थोड़ा वेपर्स वगैरह ले गया था मैंने दोपहर में लिया बट होल डे प्रभु जी मैं पूरा घूम रहा था पूरा बॉम्बे में अलग अलग यहाँ पे जगह पे तो वो थक गया प्रभु जी वो धूप भी था बहुत प्रभु जी
कितना खाओगे प्रभु जी आप कौन से संप्रदाय में हो चैतन्य महाप्रभु जी ने क्या क्या हमको सिखाया वैराग्य विद्या निज भक्ति योगा आपको तो वैराग्य पालन करना चाहिए हाँ तो आप फास्टिंग करो थोड़ा
तो प्रभु जी आप इतना फिलोसफी बता रहे हैं बट फिलोसफी के साथ में अगर थोड़ा सा प्रश्न में तो बहुत कृपा होगी प्रभु जी आपको हरे कृष्णा
हरे कृष्णा
अच्छा यहाँ से सीखते हैं व्हाट डू वी लर्न एक्चुअली द नॉन एम्पैथिक रिस्पॉन्स सो even if I cannot provide prasadam at least I can say oh so sorry prasadam got over so let me check at least if there is something I can arrange for you some fruits some rukha sukha phal at least let me try to arrange something for you so वो भी एक empathic response है so like that so we can be even if we can't give the solution sometimes we can at least empathize so because we do not want to and it's difficult to trying to find out something therefore we may give philosophy to a person when that person actually needs something else. So in this way, that could be uh, again from this we learn that what empathy is not. Okay, so some questions regarding listening. Yeah, you had a question.
Uh, of course, one doubt was clear when you told that how Radha Gopinath, for example, you told the patient's thing after means when listens, things most get sorted out.
Yes.
So two questions come to my mind. First question is that suppose a person having a concern and then rather than just wanting some he want to express, but he comes again and again. It's like more of the emotional need he expressing again and again, and then so how much it will be easy to, available to. It's good to give time to always.
Yes. So yes, we all have limit. See, we are trying to understand the principle. Remember, we without how much time can we invest upon whom? You have to deal or you have to take the decision with discretion. We all have limited time. So there is someone who actually has served a lot, who is in a senior position, and that person needs some time for some reason. Like 7 days lot than invested. That's a lot of time as such. 7 full days. But to whom? Sarva Bhattacharya. And then when he transformed him, made him a Vaishnava, that has a big impact also. So therefore, uh, how much service a particular person has done. Okay, once you have listened and suggested that person, after listening, you have asked that person, okay, probably you can try to do like this, that. Is that person following? And then you have to see how much you are able to help, how much that person is willing to, accept and change. So based upon all that, you have to take a call, how much time you can invest upon whom. There are some people who only want to just take your time and then not change, don't make any effort on their own and only want to just take your time. Then you have to carefully uh, change the strategy and you can't allow people to waste your time. You'll find out some other way that means for that person to help it out.
One more question.
Yes.
As you told means as we discussed in the listening, even though we may not be able to give the solution, but just here that also works.
That also helps a lot.
Not maybe fully, but whatever helps. Now, simple means whatever his personal concerns are, that is okay. Suppose he's expressing some concerns about some institution or mission or about some devotees negativity he has in mind he want to express. So I may not have the adhikar. So, but means the as per the logic of listening says that we need to listen. So, and we don't give immediately solution. We tell that. So
Yes. So if we are again, what I'm saying is, yes, if someone is speaking about negativity, if you feel that you will be affected and you are like you are not his equal or you are junior to that person, then you can fold hand and say, Prabhuji, actually, I don't know about all this. I'm very new. I'm just trying to serve. You can probably express this to someone who can help you out. But if we have a relationship with that person, you have a relationship for many years, and that person is almost on an equal level, and you have a relationship. So then, in order to help that person as an austerity, we may have to hear certain critical things and uh, in a mood to help. So then we are not participating in Vaishnav Ninda or that. That's the point I wanted to make. Okay? So when something is done, when we want to enjoy someone's criticism, that is we are participating in Vaishnav Ninda. So as an austerity, when we do in order to help, and then we are able to, after listening, we are able to replace that negativity with some positivity. That we have to plan it out and able to help that person out. Then that is that negativity will not affect us so much. We'll have protection of the Lord and the Guru when it's done in a seva. So in every service there is some risk involved. There's some risk involved. So therefore that's some devotees have to take that, do that as an austerity, and then the Lord's protection is there. Right? Okay, so I just would like to do now. We'll break for another refreshment. We have some morning. We had some cold juice for you, thandai. Now we have some herbal tea. Okay, so it is okay. Herbal coffee. So we'll have a uh, it said that, okay, just a minute. Many, you know, the it said that many important strategies are made over a cup of coffee, herbal coffee. Basically, even when we are casually sitting with devotees, we can listen out to devotees what they're speaking. So a good listener keeps his ears uh, ears anyway naturally open. huh? We have one mouth which is naturally closed and two ears which are naturally open. That means we have to hear much more than what we speak. So therefore, always be in a mood to be able to listen out to others, hear, understand them, uh, gain some knowledge, advance your understanding in this way. Okay, so as I said that we will break now for a cup of herbal coffee. But there is some question. If there is some question regarding listening, we can just have quick one or two questions. Okay, we have several. Okay, let me try to at least take two questions. Yes, Prabhu here. Who mentioned? Yes, Prabhu. Yeah. Please take the mic. Take the mic.
Is negativity.
Yes.
It is very difficult to convert once more because
Very difficult
retaining to the same path is very very tough. Because always he thinks the negative, and like that is my self experience, and with my family also.
Yeah.
Never
When,
did that
when there
thing.
is negativity, very difficult.
Very difficult to convert them still towards the Krishna consciousness.
Okay.
It's a-
Okay. Yeah, there is no doubt. It's not easy to actually change the negativity. But yes, gradually, if we think out some ways of giving positive experience, gradually it may happen. Gradually it may happen. And some devotees we are talking of whoever sincerely serving. And we are talking of certain devotees. Like I remember there was one devotee for 20 years, he did very nice seva. Somehow that devotee, because of mishandling, insensitive dealings, that devotee left the association of devotee suddenly. So that devotee was very sincere, but due to certain dealings, negativity came in and he left the association. So then listening that person out for some time, and he expressed, "तो ऐसा behavior किया, बाहर भी ऐसा नहीं करता है, like so I don't even feel so much insulted by others people. Other people not do what they talked like, etc., etc. So again, speaking ill words for many devotees. But after that, उसका हृदय शांत हो गया. So then you can speak and give some positive outlook to the life, and that person may be accepted. So we are not talking of a person who is anyway anti-ISKCON from the very beginning, and you just by listening you can change the perspective. But yes, the devotees who were in good standing, sincerely serving, but somehow they have, yeah. So anyway, so yeah. So anyway, case to case, one has to see the application case to case. We are talking of principally. We have principally, there are ways, especially we are talking of the devotees here. Devotees in good standing, the devotee care course, devotee in good standing who have been serving, but due to some reason, now they have got negativity of the heart. And then by listening out, uh, their negativity, we help them to overcome, to remove that negativity, to release that steam of the heart, and then it can be replaced. And that we need certain level of maturity and skills to be able to do that also. It's not easy for everyone to do. So that also requires certain kind of training also. And especially again, with the family members, you may not be the right person. Someone else could do that. Someone else, that person may have respect for someone, and that person can probably help it out. The family members, many a time. Fine. Hare Krishna. Okay. Yes. Parth Govind Prabhu, and then our Samadarshi Prabhu.
It's not a question, Prabhu. It's bit of a realization what I had.
Yeah.
So lately I've been in interact with a lot of devotees and listening to them, and then I could relate more of the things because I have undergone that pain. sometimes you feel Krishna has put in, I mean, years ago I put in the same difficult situation. And now, that time I was questioning Krishna, why you are putting in such situation. I'm doing so much of devotional service. I didn't understand the, the master plan probably of Krishna. But now, if I see, I could relate it very well. When devotees come and share, and then I listen, I could relate them very well. I could be more empathic in listening. So, that's kind of realization.
Okay, yeah. Actually, when we can through our pain, we can also appreciate and understand others' pain. There was one doctor, a very famous doctor in Bombay, and his wife got a cancer, and then he had to treat his wife. He had to go to all this. Treatment of cancer is more difficult than the cancer. As you know, it's not easy. The cancer treatment is very painful treatment, very difficult treatment. So he underwent with his wife, uh, going through the treatment, other doctors and all that. And then at the end of it, at the end of it all, he said, now I look at the patient who comes to me with much more empathy. After undergoing that pain, now I do not see the patient like I used to see before. Huh? I have much more empathy. Actually, they are suffering a lot because he had to undergo for a long time. He was husband of the patient, so he had to go through all the ordeal, how the patient suffers, through the treatment. So he related that. Yes. So at times, we can be more empathic towards someone when we have gone through certain difficulty, and then we can be more empathic and try to help that person out. Okay, so that's another compassionate reason. Probably Krishna has undertakes his devotee through some painful circumstances to be able to be more empathic towards others. Okay, that's nice sharing. So we'll have a last.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Sometime that I mean, you be in the position that wherein temple authority or maybe the organizational authority authorize you to resolve the dispute within the devotee, maybe like residential devotee or within like the congregational devotee, maybe irrespective of like gender, means Prabhuji Prabhuji or Prabhuji Mataji or Mataji Mataji, whatever it is. So I feel that that time also we have to be a good listener. That you should be you shouldn't be a partial to anyone, or maybe and sometimes that maybe the whoever doesn't get uh, the result in their favor, then they feel that it is like it is injustice to me. So how do we deal with this kind of
Well,
situation?
I would say that this question is now more of a mediation and conflict resolution. So one of the areas, but we have a uh, separate ministry for that, separate ministry for that, because this is such a big vertical, and there are so many. So this is being dealt with ISKCON in a separate way. So we have devotees that you can surely get the contact. Shambhu Prabhu knows Acharya Prabhu, and being headed by Braj Bihari Prabhu. Braj Bihari Prabhu. Braj Bihari Prabhu, he just shared, I'm quickly sharing with you. Braj Bihari Prabhu, who is disciple of Burijan Maharaj, he shared that he was asked to join GBC, and when he attended, when he started joining GBC meeting, he saw, अरे GBC में आपस में इतना conflict है. He said, I told me they have asked me to join GBC for this responsibility, and they have so much different opinion and conflict that we cannot progress. So he said, आप मेरे को conflict resolution का mediation और conflict resolution का चार्ट दे दीजिए. तो मेरे को कुछ मालूम नहीं था, but I understood the need. He said, मेरे को थोड़ा ये 500 रुपए सैंक्शन कीजिए, मैं 2 बुक लूंगा conflict resolution पे, पढ़ के मैं वो शुरू करता हूँ ISKCON में. He had no prior background, but he realized that there is a need of conflict resolution. So he bought some 2 famous books. उस समय वो 500 रुपए भी उनके पास नहीं थे, वो सैंक्शन कराया उन्होंने, 2 बुक्स लिया और वो पढ़ा उसको अच्छे से, और वो conflict resolution स्टार्ट किया उन्होंने, जो भी उनको जितना भी समझ में आया. And then gradually he underwent professional training, education in conflict resolution. He has done his master in that. Right? And gradually, he kind of kept learning and serving. Now he is consultant at NASA for conflict resolution. NASA में उनको he's a consultant, they call him and they pay him highly also. NASA उनको बुलाते हैं. Started with ISKCON conflict resolution. And he was not expert, but he developed expertise based on need. Based on need. So this is another case study of mediation and conflict resolution. पूरा ministry head कर रहे हैं अभी. He has a big team. So yeah, so they have their tools, how to avoid being biased, how to resolve in amicable way. So the whole training is there. Right? Okay, so I would love to hear more, but we have really time constraint. So maybe during the break, I can talk personally. So now we are going to have a break. It's 5:05. So in order for us to end at 6:30 today, we need to be back as per that watch. Look at that watch. 5:10. We have 10 minutes for a cup of coffee. So please be more efficient. तो थोड़ा serving भी efficiently करवा दीजिए. Please try to be back in 10 minutes so that we can complete our session by 6:30. And tomorrow also we have a long day.